morning. It's 8:23 and 1340 KHUB. Thanks for joining me. I'm Matt Price. Stop on by and check us out online, KHUBradio.com. And April is, let's see, what is April is? You guys are going to have to help me on this. We got the Crisis Center here this morning. I've got, as you can see, I've got stuff all over the place to try to keep things going this morning. April is...
Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Okay. All right. And we have with us from the Crisis Center this morning, we have Suzanne, the director, Sarah, the outreach advocate, and Jessica, the special events coordinator. And Jessica and I have been contacting each other, talking to each other through email about getting you guys on air. And I wanted to thank you for coming in this morning. This is definitely something that affects a lot of people. In fact, you shared some of the numbers with me. How many people does this affect here?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for having us on.
Yes.
We're happy about that. The Crisis Center works with both domestic violence and sexual assault victims, and on an annual basis, we work with probably around 650 individuals. And although probably 10-15% of those come to us saying that they've been a victim of sexual assault, probably 75% of the women that we work with who are victims of domestic violence are being sexually assaulted in their own relationships.
And this is just here in Fremont, right?
Our main office is in Fremont, but we serve 5 counties. So we serve Dodge, Washington, Burt, Cumming, Saunders.
Okay. Now, if somebody has something going on right now in their life and they haven't told anybody about it and they feel like it's time to do something, what do they do?
We have a 24-hour crisis line. The number is 888-721-4340. It's a confidential hotline, and someone on the other end of that line is going to be able to talk to them about options and just listen to what's happened to them. They have a lot of experience, and they really have a lot of resources, and just they're there to listen.
Okay. That's Suzanne that you've been hearing, the director of the Crisis Center, once again, serving a 5-county area, but based here in Fremont, and also Jessica's along with us, the special events coordinator. And since you're along with us, we probably have an event coming up here to talk about.
We do. We have quite a few things going on in April, but the most prominent event that we have coming up is our Take Back the Night event, which will be at Midland University in the Anderson Breezeway on Thursday, April 28th at 6:30 p.m. That's for the general public to come, and we just want to increase the awareness of sexual violence in our community and give an opportunity for residents in the area to speak out against it.
Okay, now, does somebody need to be purchase tickets for that, or?
Nope, you just come and show up. It's going to be a short ceremony. We have the pastor, Mike Washburn from Full of Life Church, doing our invocation. Dr. Jennifer Wilder from Midland, she will be our community speaker. We'll also have a survivor speaking, and it's just for anyone in the community that wants to help support our mission.
Okay, so now do you guys take donations? How are you guys funded?
We're a private nonprofit, and so we receive, and we're also a United Way recipient, and we are not government funded, although we do apply for and receive many grants. But we have a ton of support from area residents, and our donations come both in money form and also in just in-kind donations, things like clothing or toiletries or anything that someone who's needing to start their life over might need. So we have a great support through donations, and we do accept them.
Okay, and if somebody wanted to donate something, how do they go about doing that?
Our office is located at 114 East Military. We're right across the street from Runza, right across the street from the police department. So it's a great location for us. They can call ahead of time, or they can stop in, and we're open 8 to 4. And
you sent some stats to me. That 9 of every 10 rape victims were females in 2003. Children, 15% of sexual assault and rape victims, boys and girls, are under the age of 12. And the one that really stuck out to me is the relationships. 85% of rape victims know their attackers.
Yeah, that's true. And the stat I don't know if we did share with you is that only probably 10% or less have a report. And it has a great deal to do with that correlation that sexual assault victims do know their abusers, and there's so much, there's a lot of stigma around it. There's a lot of fear around it. Mm-hmm. Sexual assault's a very shameful, embarrassing crime, and unfortunately, we don't take the stands that it is a crime. It's a criminal act. It's not a private affair, but it feels that way. And so it's hard for people to come forward and talk about it because it is embarrassing and it is humiliating, and it's horrific. So the fact that they know who their assailant is or their abuser is makes it all that harder to report. And so we really want to try and change some attitudes and offer additional support as public people, because they don't always come to us. They're going to go to their friends or neighbors, maybe their clergy, and they're going to tell them what to happen. And we want to be able to give them the tools to help them make that next connection so that they get an intervention.
Okay. Once again, if somebody has had this problem and it's been, let's say it happened a while ago. I mean, it's never too late to say something, is it?
It's never too late to report. Even criminally, there's a statute of limitations that allows for quite a length of time to report if you haven't yet.
Okay. Do you guys have any more events or anything coming up that you want to share about? Or if you want to share about the event that you told us, once again, in case somebody's just tuning in, that's coming up next week, if somebody wants to take part?
Sure. Yep. I'll just mention the Take Back the Night event on April 28th at Midland University. It's to promote sexual assault awareness. And we also have a few different things going on in April because of Sexual Assault Awareness Month. We have our Teal Ribbon campaign. I don't know if you've driven by Midland University, but we have giant teal ribbons around all the trees there to symbolize courage, survival, honor, and dedication to ending sexual violence. We had a great group of volunteers from First Lutheran Church help put those up for us. They'll be up for the event as well. And if you go around to local businesses, a few companies are working with our April Denim Days campaign. Employees are allowed to wear denim to work if they donate to the Crisis Center and wear a teal ribbon in support of sexual assault awareness. And so those companies are working with us are Don Pearson Associates, U.S. Bank, First National Bank Northeast, and the District 6 probation offices. Also, in honor of April Sexual Assault Awareness Month, we have our billboard campaign. We have 2 billboards on the south side of Fremont. One is technically in Inglewood, the other one's in Fremont. If you want to check those out, they're on South Highway 77. And we also have our TLC Country Floral Spring Boutique coming up April 29th, 30th, and May 1st, and Suzanne can share a little more about that.
Okay.
It's a great event, and Sue and Ken Face have been having this annually. They do a spring and fall boutique. It's out on your way to Hooper. But for the past several years, they've been having a Goodwill free will donation for the Crisis Center, and they have been great supporters of us. And a lot of people come out there. It's beautiful out there. They have a greenhouse. They have so much out there. But they also set up a little area just for the Crisis Center. They set it up. We don't. Okay. And so we get to have a presence there. I encourage everybody to come out there. It's wonderful.
Outstanding. Thank you very much for coming in this morning and sharing what you have with us. This important information, something that we shared the numbers with. It affects a lot of people. If it hasn't you, it's probably somebody that you know. So do you guys have a website or a phone number, once again, if you want to pass along, if somebody has any questions or if they want to help you out or anything while you're on the air?
Yeah, our 24-hour number is, again, 1-888-721-4340. We also have a local number, which is 727-7777. And our website is knowanddowhatsright.com. And it's a fun website, so you should go look at it.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Jessica, Sarah, and Suzanne from the Crisis Center for coming in and sharing your words with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. It's 1340 KHUB. It's 8:34.